You don't lack love, you lack boundaries. Welcome to Under the Dryer. I'm your host, Abs. In today's episode, we will be talking about self love, what it looks like, and how one can achieve it. Some people may think that self love has to do with getting your nails done, getting your hair done, massages, going out with your girls, and things like that. But what I can say is that that is not self love, that is self care. And hey, I like it, we all like it, but it's just one step when it comes to self love. Self love comes with setting boundaries, outgrowing people, and leveling up with learning what is going on within you from what you like, what you don't like, what you can tolerate versus what you don't want to tolerate. I also feel that social media has watered down a lot of things in people's perspective when it comes to self love and their own journey. Social media will portray someone else's life as having money or the luxury lifestyle and consider that self love, but it's not. It's an illusion. It's something that one tries to achieve versus actually achieving it sometimes. Or you may look at somebody else's lifestyle or anything on social media and feel like that's how my life's supposed to be. They have these nice videos and memes about if this person loved you, they would, take care of you and do all these things. But that is just the image that social media is portraying, or how friends are supposed to treat you, or how school's supposed to be, or how dating's supposed to be. In all reality, those things sound nice, but that is just an ideal version of what love is. When it comes down to it, you have to think about and sit back and reflect on what do I like? What am I willing to tolerate? What do I love for myself and what I love for my partner to love about me? Let me tell y'all, what self love looks to me is walking away from people, outgrowing the environment that you're in, leveling up from a job where you feel like you're stagnant in, saying no to people that you never thought you would say no to, and just completely not being in a space where you feel like your light is being dimmed. That part is not pretty, but that's the reality of it. When you learn to love yourself, you learn to choose me. You have to choose you. And when you think about certain things, you're going to think, does it work for me or do it not work for me? The hurtful part about self love is that sometimes it would have you feeling alone. Alone, not in the sense of you just by yourself, but alone feeling like people do not understand you, or the person that you are loving that is not loving you correctly. And you know deep down in your heart and your soul that you got to let it go because of the way it's making you feel. It's not adding value to your life. It's not helping you build. It's not having you grow. And it's not having you feeling content and happy and spiritually okay. You're feeling like there's such a weight on your shoulders and you have to let that go. Like, let it free, let it go. So, what I can say is, how can one achieve it? One, how to achieve it first is understanding you. Understanding, being able to turn off your brain because a lot of people work with emotion. I remember a time where I was completely, I don't want to say at my lowest, but when I learned, this is a point in my life when I learned to love myself and understanding me. Because growing up, you was always, I didn't have perfect examples of what love was or prioritizing myself about what I love and what I should be deserving. So I'm not going to say no names, but a couple of years ago, I got my heart broken so bad. So bad, y'all, to the point that I thought it would break me. When I told you I cried and cried and cried and cried, and I had to ask God, please, 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 please take this pain away. But on a serious note, yes, I begged God to let go of what was hurting me and give me the courage to move on and understanding what I should be receiving as a person. Because when I look at myself as a person, I'm genuine. I love love. I love the idea of love. I love being in love. I love me being loved. So when I noticed that that wasn't being reciprocated or that wasn't given back to me, I had to take a break. I had to take a step back because as much as I would want to fight for somebody and fight to be in love with that person, but that person was not right for me. So what I did was I had to take a step back. After I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried, I took a step back and said, I have to figure this out. Because I always told myself when I was growing up, I did not want a man like my dad. And when I say that, is that, I mean, he's not a bad person, but he wasn't a perfect role model. So when I realized that I was smacking dead into dudes that were just like my dad, I had to reevaluate myself. I had to figure out me. So what I did was I listened to ebooks, endless ebooks. There was this one book, Unfuck Yourself, and Beauty for Ashes, and like brain things that helped me to stop overthinking because I used to overthink a lot. So I needed to quiet my mind. And with doing that, I had to understand my mind. What was making it race? What was I thinking about? What was I doing? So I had to separate everything about what I can deal with right now versus what I can deal with later. And also understanding what am I comfortable with being with. So when I did that, I also decided or tried to understand what did I like as a person. So I did a lot of ebooks and talking to myself and a lot of praying to God, to be honest. I prayed to God for the spirit of discernment to help me guide my way. And it took a lot of sitting down and listening because you can ask for something, but you can't hear the answer if you're too busy following your own direction. And that's the problem with people. They follow their own direction versus sitting there and actually listening. You can turn to whoever you believe in, the higher power, or whatever. You can turn and say, look, God, I want this man. I want this man with money. I want this house. I want everything. But if you don't sit down and listen to the things that you need to do in order to get it, you're still going to be chasing an endless dream. Because at the same time, faith without works is dead. So you have to be able to sit with a sound mind and listen to what is being told to you. You have to put in the work. So with that being said, with all that ebooks and things that I was listening to or whatever, I still had to do the work for myself. I had to feed my mind with the information and do the work on myself. Understanding that everybody that says hello or I love you is not for you. I had to set boundaries on people, even with that person who broke my heart. I had to set boundaries because that person wanted to come and go, come and go, come and go. But I had to close that door. I had to say that I choose me. And even when it comes with any situation with my job, my kids, my career, everything, I have to choose me. Also with my kids. A lot of people, we have kids, but we also have to set boundaries with the kids too as well. As y'all know or don't know, I have a teenager. And it came with a lot of give or take, give or take, give or take. And I felt like I was given too much. I was given too much to the point that I had to stop and reevaluate the situation. I had to sit and have a conversation with her and tell her, look, anything that you do is an equal beneficial arrangement, 50-50, or somewhat there. That person has to meet you halfway. And with her, I had to look her and tell her, it's either you meet me halfway or we can't meet at all. Certain days where you can't meet me 50 or even somewhat close, I can understand that, but you have to tell me, Mom, look, I can't do it today. I'll try tomorrow. But we cannot, when I see myself going the full 100 and you're lacking in the areas that you are lacking in, I have to take a step back and fall back. Because as much as you are my child, I love me way more. I have to love me way more. Today's episode was sponsored by Interstate 80. I want to say thank you. They did send us a sweatshirt. Let me show y'all what it looks like. You can also follow them on Interstate 80 on Instagram. So this is what the sweater looks like. This is the front. This is the back. So thank you, Interstate 80. We love you and Abby out. Thank you for viewing Under the Dryer.